All right, we're at 4129 Schenck Avenue doing a sanitary lateral inspection. It's been inspected a couple times, but they're wanting another opinion and maybe a little more information as to what they're seeing. So we're going from the garage, clean out, and the floor right inside the garage door.
Good.
And we're going out towards the street. I do have a small standoff on the camera. Be able to lift it up off the bottom a little bit there. It's already been shown just a little bit of a belly, so the bare camera was in the water a little bit. And we'll stop and make note of what we feel is necessary. There was a spot here that they were mentioning a hole right here, and it's kind of hard to tell if that's some sort of a break-in or if that is actually a hole. So I'm going to locate that spot. But this is a clay line, and I don't see any evidence of any kind of debris, any mud or gravel or anything in the bottom of the pipe. Not that it wouldn't wash out to a certain extent, but I don't see anything that makes me think that there's something, there's a constant influx of earth. Doesn't look like any undermining that I can see. So, but I'm going to pause the video and get a locate here real quick. Okay, the monitor's kind of hanging up a little bit, probably because we also have video streaming through Bluetooth through the phone. So I'm just going to have to wait for it to wake up. So we'll get that on the way back. It's not an issue. I know on a previous video they had also shown that somebody had broke out a brass cap, and there was a piece of that laying in the pipe. Kind of heard something there. It kind of sounded like that. I may have hit it with the edge of the standoff. Just looks like some toilet paper there. I think what we're also going to do is, at some point, we're going to run some water and put some toilet paper down there and just try to watch the way the line's flowing. So far, the line looks pretty good structurally. It's clay. I believe the house was built in the late 30s. So this is all normal material for that age. I believe this is where they had stopped here to get the locate. There was right out at the street where they had something coming in from the left. And this may have been where the neighbor's house ties in. And if that is the case, it's already been marked where it Y's in, and it's been verified with the sewer district. This is a shared lateral, which means from here on out, it is shared with the neighbor's house. But I am gonna stop here and just verify this locate and verify where we are. Okay, so just verified this is the same spot that the previous plumber, I believe, marked it, right at the curb. And so this is where the neighbor's lateral ties in with this one. And like I said previously, it has been verified with the Metropolitan Sewer District that this is a shared tap. So from here on out, it is, well, actually from here on out, it's probably the responsibility of the sewer district. Because we are out in the street and we are past the easement. That's just pushing the camera down into it, but this is a belly, just a small amount of water. But this is, they've gone through this on the other videos. Hard part is it gets on the front of the camera here, and then you can't see what's going on. I'm going to try to push on out to the main, and there we go, we're getting a little bit, there we go, we got it all cleaned off. I'm going to pull back, take a better look at that. Yeah, that's the belly, there's some debris building up, and that's what's getting on the front of the camera. It's just a material. Go ahead and push all the way out to the main. See if we can rinse it off in the main here. I'm going to pause the video so I can run some water in the house and try to rinse the lens off. Okay, I was able to get the camera rinsed off a little bit. We've got some water running, and I think we even mentioned in the previous video, there does look like there is a separation right here at the tap, and this is the tap. This is the sewer district's property. So it'd be something where you'd have to contact them. Without there being an issue, they probably won't even come out and look at it, but you could bring it to their attention just to, you know, to see if they'll come out. But like I said, they probably won't. But it is not the homeowner's responsibility at this point. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually pull back, and then we will take the skid off the front and go back through. This is centering in the pipe, but it also shows more of the top of the pipe. I was going to try to stop at the spot that was talked about previously with the offset, and then we can maybe flush some toilet paper and stuff to kind of show where that spot is, because it looked like it was at where the pipe had dropped and it flattened back out. That may have been it right there. But so far, the only structural issues that I found were And that's exactly what it is. That spot is right there at the connection where the two laterals come together. And that is one piece. That is where they Y in together, and that is where that issue is. So that's kind of a splitting hairs thing as far as it being, I would think because of where it is, it would affect the other lateral as well. It is one piece. So they would have to make a repair to the pipe where the two join. I don't see a whole lot of issue with this. I mean, it's always possible the stuff can get caught right there at the end, but that's usually things that you're not supposed to be flushing down the line. Regular toilet paper and even solid waste, natural waste would go right past this. It would, it's coming down, dropping down the pipe, and then it's turning flat here before it Y's in. I mean, this could have been this way for decades. I don't see any indication that there's any washout. I mean, it could have been installed pretty close to this. As they're dropping, the way these connections are, there's a bell, like a male and a female connection, and a lot of times what they would do, instead of having, using the 22 or something like that, they would just kind of rotate the pipe inside the female end, which is like a bell, to get the angle of connection that they wanted. And so it does look like it's kind of turned a little bit to flatten out, where the pipe is dropping and then flattening out right there at that connection. You can see as we pull back that they dropped it, and then as it flattens out right there at that Y connection, that's where that small offset is. But I don't see any buildup of solids. I don't see any indication that it's backed up anytime recently, or that it doesn't give me any indication that it would back up anytime soon. I'm going to pull back, and I'm going to take the skid off of the camera, and then we're going to push out back to that spot, try to get a good angle, and then we'll try to get, well, there's some toilet paper right there. That may actually, that doesn't look like toilet paper. It looks like there is, that looks like a washcloth. So we're going to push that on down the line, because we don't want that in here. That looks like cloth. And so if we can get that to overtake that area, then I don't think you're going to have to worry about toilet paper. We're going to follow it and see if it gets stuck on that spot. And it's already passed. So here's the spot. Now if that was going to catch anything, it would have caught that. I'm assuming that was a washcloth. It was definitely cloth. You could tell. It wasn't toilet paper. Wasn't even a wet wipe. And that did not get caught in this spot anyway. The water was able to lift it and take it on over. So it's a pretty good way to witness that it's functioning properly. But we will still go ahead and we're going to pause the video. We're going to put some toilet paper down here, and we're going to watch this and make sure that it goes through here unimpeded. So we've flushed some, handfuls of toilet paper. We're going to do one and then wait a minute and do another just to verify that this is not causing an issue. But did want to make note also that this would probably be MSD's property. It's hard to say 100% just because it's right at the curb normally, but it looks like it's in the easement with the utility poles, which would mean they usually give roughly 10 feet onto the property, but I can't verify that 100%. It would have to be verified by them. But since this is where the two taps merge, this very well could be. I would think we've got about a 90% chance that this is MSD's property, and that the homeowner would not be responsible for repairing this if it caused a problem. So as you can see, we've got multiple fixtures running. We've flushed the toilet multiple times. There's nothing catching here. And if it wasn't evident already by that washcloth, you know, as long as you use the line properly, this should not be an issue. Doesn't look like anything's catching. And like I mentioned before, this is also should be the sewer district's issue. If they usually give you at least to the sidewalk. This is between the sidewalk and the curb. It's almost right at the curb. So I wouldn't be concerned as the homeowner that if there was an issue here, I would think that you would just have to call MSD. And the problem with this is that they won't come out and look at it unless there's an issue. So you can call them and you can check. But I'm also going to provide a map that shows in between the two houses where the lateral combines with the neighbor and goes out to the main that was supplied by the MSD or the sewer district's tap records department. So I haven't seen any functional issues with the line, and even the belly itself was past that, and that's out in the street. So every possible future issue seems to be on public property. And here's the hole we mentioned before. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop here and go ahead and locate that for reference also. Okay, so that spot has been marked with a green dot. It's right on the edge, like right outside the house. But again, don't see any kind of ground or anything getting in right there. It almost made me think that it might have been somebody trying to do like a break-in tap or something, but it looks pretty rough. But I don't see any issues with the driveway or anything in that spot either that would indicate that it's that it's causing any undermining or anything with the driveway either. So we are back out of the clean out. So I don't think it's necessary to go back through without the standoff. We were able to witness that spot pretty effectively, and I think we actually gave a good 5 to 7 minutes of just water showing how things would overtake that spot. And again, just mentioning that that baby washcloth that went down there that managed to overtake that rather easily. So that'll be the end of the inspection at 4129 Schenck Avenue.